Hey guys, Taylor here, and today I'm back with another Division 2 video. Now yesterday, again, like the past couple of Wednesdays, we had another State of the Game. In these State of the Games, they cover a lot of news, a lot of community feedback, and so on and so forth. But yesterday, we actually had a lot more news regarding endgame and how the game's going to play out once you hit level 30. Now, of course, we already know about invaded missions and the faction the Black Tusks, as well as the Strongholds and the upcoming raid. Now, with what we did know, we already all thought that there was a lot of endgame there, and a lot more than what the Division 1 first brought us. But like I said, in yesterday's State of the Game, they brought a lot more to the table. And that's what we're going to go over today. So if you do enjoy this video or found it helpful in any way, a like is super appreciated. And if you do have any comments, be sure to leave them down below. But with that being said, let's dive straight into it. So what actually happens when you reach level 30? Well, obviously during the main campaign, you'll be working through a whole bunch of the missions. As well as that, you'll come across a couple of strongholds, and the final stronghold will only unlock once you reach level 30. At that point, it will be unlocked and revealed. There'll be a cool cinematic that plays and whatnot. Once you've completed that final stronghold, World Tier 1 is unlocked. And once World Tier 1 is unlocked, you'll also be introduced to Tidal Basin, the very last stronghold that you're not going to encounter for a while yet, but they did mention that, again, a cool cinematic plays and you'll be teased into what Tidal Basin is going to offer you, but also there'll still be a lot of guessing and speculation as to how it's going to be. So yeah, once you hit level 30, there'll be a stronghold for you to do, which will then introduce you to the first world tier, and that being World Tier 1. Now, just to show you how differently the world is going to look before level 30 and when you hit level 30, they actually showed two comparison pictures, one at level 15 and one at level 30 World Tier 1. And as you can see, it opens up a whole bunch of activities for you to do, missions to replay that have been invaded, and they even mentioned some of the settlements that you've already fortified have come under attack. So yeah, hitting level 30 isn't the end of it. And remember to keep in mind when you do hit level 30, that's when you unlock your chosen specialization and the skill trees behind them, because you're going to need a bigger gun for some of the encounters you're going to come across post level 30. Now let's talk about world tiers 1 to 3. So there's going to be 3 strongholds. These were previously faction based strongholds, and they will now be repopulated with Black Tusks, and they need to be retaken control of. Each stronghold will have 2 invaded missions that are tied to them. So before you do the stronghold, you'll have to do the 2 invaded missions. And after completing the first stronghold, you'll then progress to the next world tier, and then finishing the second stronghold, you'll then push into world tier 3, and then finishing the last of the 3 strongholds, you'll then be pushed into World Tier 4. So yeah, in short, complete the strongholds to go up a world tier. During that progression of world tiers, somebody called the Snitch and the Deck of 52 become available. This is 52 named bosses, each faction matching a suit. These will award you loot and commendations for completing each deck and getting their cards. Now they won't spawn again until you complete the deck. So unlike in the Division 1, when you killed a named boss, you've got to wait like 10-15 minutes and he'll respawn. You'll have to complete the whole deck for them to then respawn. Of course, they will be scaled to world tier. And as well as that, you'll be introduced to somebody called Cassie, and she is known as the Gun Runner. This is a random spawning vendor that cycles every day and a half and will sell you special loot and guns that scale to your world tier. I'm pretty sure there was a mention of selling exotics as well, but we'll have to wait and see. That's going to make for some really interesting hunting. It kind of sounded like a Division 2 version of Xur from Destiny 2. But from what I gathered is if the location is posted online, it doesn't mean that that vendor is going to be in the same location for you. You're going to have to hunt around and report back to the Snitch, who I spoke about previously, to find her or his location. And once you hit World Tier 4, another new activity is going to open up. This is called the Priority Target Network, and this is an interconnected set of 7 tiered bounties inside of different named zones that scale in difficulty as you progress through them. And the progression's similar to what it was in the Division 1, so hard, challenging, and heroic. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, and we don't necessarily have the gameplay or a guide to show you how each of those things I've just spoken about work, but the Division 2 is now just a week away, so as soon as we get to endgame, expect a lot of guides on how all of those things I've literally just spoken about do work. Now last up, how do we get into World Tier 5? This isn't going to be available on launch. We're probably going to have to wait a couple of weeks until we can get into World Tier 5, and that's because World Tier 5 is locked behind Tidal Basin, the first sort of expansion or DLC drop that everyone is going to be getting. And of course, Tidal Basin is the final stronghold. But yeah, like I said guys, I know it's a lot to take in, but as soon as we do get to that stage of the game ourselves, we'll be sure to help you out with guides and all sorts of other videos covering the Division 2. So make sure you do stick around on the Arekkz Gaming channel.
Thanks very much for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out some more awesome stuff from us here at Arekkz Gaming, then you should definitely try to catch TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. They play a wide range of games, and what's more, we also have the end game store. By watching their streams, you earn currency, and you can redeem that currency on the endgame store for really cool prizes. Those can range from things like games, comics, and figures, all the way up to controllers, capture cards, and even consoles. So definitely drop by and become part of the community. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you're subscribed and be sure to click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next upload. You can watch more videos by clicking on the options here, but once again, thanks very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.